So there is no company that is able to get 100% success on their SEO projects simply because the Google algorithms are so unpredictable and we always are following a set of best practices that we reverse engineer from what we see. There are points where the reverse engineering is wrong, we get the wrong information, or we do things in the wrong way, or the algorithm changes in such a way that we get punished when it's not exactly our fault. It does take time to change it, but when you take something away from a person, it's pretty hard for that person to stay happy. So, for example, I think there were a few instances where there was a time where the company was giving guarantees to be on the page one, and it would refund the cash when it didn't go so well. But I think as we know nowadays, we are just one algorithm update away from the site potentially losing all its rankings. And that way of selling things, while easy to get customers, is not exactly a very sustainable way of doing things. So the focus from us was, of course, it's great to provide client companies something that is valuable, i.e. being on page one, but it's hard to sell a guarantee when you can't exactly guarantee that the page will stay on page one for 6 months because you don't know what Google is doing down the line. And because of that, right, we had to keep guessing what the best practices are. So, for example, if you've bought maybe 2 or 3 more links and you didn't realize that one of those links were from a website that used to be good according to Google, but overnight it crashed based on their algorithm. And that crash might affect you too. So there are a lot of moving parts for us to say, okay, we can give a guarantee or we'll make sure that you go on page one, if not, I'll refund you everything. I think that in this world, when you realize that there is no mathematical way to guarantee something, it's a bit hard to use that as a sustainable business practice. So I thought that that was a failure, not just in terms of, well, SEO in that sense, but a failure in terms of how our company delivers its values to its people. So from then on, we pride ourselves more on understanding what the business is and making sure that the quality of the business is brought out in the messaging, even in the SEO content. So while that gives a very, very good chance of ranking in the top 10 also, or maybe like 80% or 90% chance, but as in all marketing investments, there is a risk of that failing. So if someone's guaranteeing you something, think again, because we don't do that again after we got burnt once.